Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a gold breakdown. This was a trade that I took on a funding competition. So this was like taken on the last day of the competition basically. So I didn't really like have the chance to fully see the trade potential or the actual move itself. Like I had to close it pretty like around here kind of. I had to close it like around here, like around this area right here. I didn't actually get to do my whole entire like take profit or trailing stop loss system. So I kind of just I just basically fucked myself over by not trading this whole entire month and just kind of waiting for the last like 3 days to do this. Like I took other trades on my account, but I really could have maximized the amount of gains I made if I just traded the whole month. Like I just started looking at it like here, so, and the only opportunity I had on gold was like literally right here. So yeah, I kind of screwed myself over there, but I'm going to be going over this trade right here. It's going to be very fast, very simple. I do not complicate my system at all. I'm all about simplicity. So like this is going to be a very, very fast breakdown. So let's go ahead and start. So when it comes to kind of finding a market that I like, because I only buy, I never sell. Again, simplification. I don't like to complicate my stuff. I only like to look for bullish markets. So the first thing I do is I go to this sentiment viewer right here. You guys could go ahead, here's the link, and then you guys will have a list of symbols right here. Now at the time, this is all that he has, but if you wanted to, you could, you know, go join his mentorship. Here's the screener right here that is very, very detailed. It's what I use right now, but for the free version, like what you guys will see, this is the sentiment viewer. So you guys would just press this right here, and you guys will have the list of symbols associated with that, whatever is under the sentiment viewer. So if we go to gold, you guys can see that the intraday is 70% and the daily is 81%. Now this is today, right? These are updated prices, like live prices. So at the time it was more of like a 90 intraday and like a 90 daily. Like it was pretty equal, but today you can see that it's 70-81. Like this is still very bullish, but I'm just telling, it's like I'm just saying, like at the time when I took the trade, like these were like 90 each. Like it was very, very bullish at the time. So I don't always use this. Like I could literally just look at the chart and see the bullishness occur. Like if I go to the daily time frame right now, you could see that this is obviously just very bullish, right? And gold is obviously very bullish as well. So if I go to a daily time frame, I would just mark out what I see and kind of what I'm looking at. So I see stage 1, stage 2, stage 1, stage 2, stage 1, stage 2, stage 1, stage 2s, and then here I see a large flush out, and then I see another stage 2 occur. From there I want to see the stage 1 and then the stage 2, and then kind of get positions in here, but price didn't do that. Price actually made another flush and then created its stage 1, stage 2, stage 1, stage 2, stage 1, and so on, following the MMB1, MMB2, MMB3, MMB4. Now this is much more like candlestick wise. This was more of an institution based stage 1, stage 2. This is more of a lower time frame candlestick wise fractal nature that I'm looking at right there. So as we kind of make it to here, you can see that this stage 2 right here made a little flush out to the 5 MA, and at this point right there, this is enough confluence for me to start looking for an entry in a trade, because on the lower time frame it's basically at a point where price is starting to kind of accumulate over again, right? Hence the stage 1 and the pause into the stage 2, and you guys can see that I was able to actually get involved in the market based off this fractal last down move before the up move, and then this last fractal last down move before the up move. So if we go down to a 1 hour time frame and we see that, you can see that these right here, like these, the boxes that I highlighted on the daily time frame, this is what it looks like on the 1 hour time frame, right? So you see the last down move before the up move. Sorry. fucking choking on water here. And then you have the last down move before the up move, right? So essentially these are their own demand zones, right? These are just larger zones of demand that essentially, if as price trades through it, right, you have price come back into it, right? Price doesn't have to come into it. That's what people need to realize. Supply and demand zones do not need to be re-tapped into. They could literally just validate and then go. Like, the probability of price coming back into here is actually much lower than if price, as price breaks through this S&D zone right here, the probability of it going is much higher than it coming up and then coming down, right? But in this case, in this scenario, price actually came back down into this area right here of demand. Now, the same thing is said with this other box right here. This is also its own demand zone. Now, in this case, you guys can see that as price validates this right here, like based off my entry, right? Like, yeah, it crosses here multiple times and comes back into the zone. I'm necessarily worried about the actual buy stop, right? I want to see the momentum, right? So as price breaks this high right here, you notice that price continues going, right? These are the optimal trades, or the optimal kind of like outcomes when you want to take a trade. Like when you take a buy stop, you'll notice that a lot of the time when you take a trade, the price will not come back into here. Like, yeah, price could kind of do this and then just keep going from there. Like, it could come very close to your entry, but most of the time, if it's part of the actual push, part of the actual stage 2, you'll notice that price never comes back into here. Now, of course, price could just start coming back into it now, but if it's really part of that stage 2 push, you will see movements like these, right? You'll see that, and sometimes you'll see that price never comes back to these areas. So for me, understanding this, right, I actually started looking at this when price got to here, because obviously I was sleeping, right? 1, 2, 3 in the morning, right? I'm not going to be awake at this time. So at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, when I got up, I noticed that price actually created this like little swing right here, right? That's why when I woke up, or before I went to sleep, I actually had my stop loss around 50% of the zone, because I didn't really want to have it all the way down here, because it was just too big of a stop loss for me. So I just put at 50% of the zone. And then when I woke up around 6, 7 in the morning, I noticed that price kind of made this swing before it made that move. So all I did was I put this line under here, accounting for a little bit of like liquidity grabs and all that stuff, just in case price wanted to go back. So I didn't actually risk a whole position or a whole loss on here. Like, this would only account for like 55 to like 60% of the total loss I would have made. So that's why I put my stop loss there. In terms of trailing, like, all I do is, actually, I'm not gonna go over my trailing. I want to show you guys a live example when I do trade it, but essentially I had to close my position around 1.74, 1.78, just because the competition was actually closing within like 2 hours of this trade, so there was not really a point of holding it anymore. Another thing is, when it comes to like these trading competitions or these funding challenges, I really only trade 0.5%. Now, I do not trade 1%, just because like I want to protect my capital and just the conditions and the rules that some prop firms have. Like, the one that I'm taking right now is very oriented to having good risk management, right? Having the ability to protect your capital is the biggest thing that traders need to like understand, right? Like, I don't understand why people, like, let's just say, you know, I lose like 3 trades in a row, right? Some people will be like, yo, let me risk 5% on this trade because I really like it, and it'll make up for the 3% loss and more. And then they lose that, and then you have a total of 8% loss. Like, that's just not the way to go. I mean, if that's how you like to do it, then, you know, do what you want to do. Again, like, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying follow what I'm doing, but just from my perspective and from what I've seen through different people, right? Like, and what I've learned myself is, like, protect your capital, guys. Like, that's the number one thing in this game, right? You don't want to risk so much where you're just blowing your account, right? You want to make sure that you're able to sustain it and to scale it long term. So because I only risked 0.5%, right, 1.74, it's not a true 1.74, right? It's actually half of that. So it's a 0.785, 0.88% gain on my account instead of a full 1.74, 1.8%. And that's fine with me, right? I'm fine with taking more trades if it means that I'm reducing the amount of risk that I'm losing all in, like my whole entire account balance, right? And essentially failing the account. So that's a really big focus for me. That's something that I really stand behind, and you guys should, I highly recommend that you guys kind of follow suit to just protecting your capital, reducing your risk a lot more, protecting what you have, right? Because, you know, yeah, it's nice, like you have the adrenaline of like, yo, like if I risk 5% and I were to gain like 5 RR, like that's some crazy fucking returns. But you guys have to be realistic, right? That's not gonna happen all the time. You guys are gonna lose a lot more trades, and you guys have to be willing to accept that. You can't keep fucking doing all this crazy bullshit, risking 5%, 3%, right? Like, for me personally, I suggest that you guys don't do that. Again, not financial advice, I'm just saying a recommendation. Protect your capital, guys. Number one thing. So I'm going to show you guys the competition right now. That's the breakdown, by the way. So if you guys that's all you guys wanted to see, that's literally my entire system. I will go more into depth about everything in later videos, but as of right now, like, this is literally my system. Here is the competition that I'm talking about, right? So this is Mentfunding. All you got to do is go to competitions. You do have to create an account, however, obviously, to take part in the competition. So this right here was the competition that just ended yesterday. If you go to the results right here, you would see that this was where I was ranked. So I was ranked 141 out of all these guys right here, and I traded the last like 2-3 days. So these were the trades that I actually took. You guys could see that I took losses on these guys right here, and then I took wins on here. These XAU and the SPX ones were these were really good trades. The gold one that I showed was this one, but I also took a SPX 500 trade as well. It was technically the exact same thing as this one right here, same conditions, same thing over and over again, but I just wanted to show you guys the gold one because that's the one I made the most amount of money on. This one is literally the same exact setup, just a different market. So you could see that I actually gained a 0.2% return on this. So you guys can see how inactive I was right here, right? You just see the flat line right here. Like, I was not looking to trade any of this. I did register at the beginning of the month, but I just never took any trades. And then I took it within the last 2-3 days, and you guys can see that price made a big jump, about $400 from the 200,000 I started with. So yeah, that's literally my entire breakdown and the prop firm competition that I'm taking. I am gonna start a little community on Discord, but I'm just trying to kind of set everything up right now. I want you guys to join me. I want you guys to come along with my journey and all that stuff, because this is documentation of my whole entire trading journey and just life in general, right? Like, I want to be able to look back at this in a number of years and see, you know, where I came from, basically. So I will update you guys when I do create my Discord channel or my Discord server. It will probably be within a couple videos or so. I also do have a lot planned for this channel. I really want it to be a full-on documentary of my entire financial journey. I will start showing you guys like my investments in terms of like stocks and all that stuff for like long term. You guys will see my whole entire strategy with that. But I am in Canada, so I'll show you guys like my TFSA and my FHSA and all that stuff, my contributions, my RSP. But the same thing applies to like the US, like your Roth IRAs and all that stuff. I think that's what they are, 401ks, whatever. But in Canada, we have a TFSA, we have FHSA, and then we have an RSP. and I'll essentially be showing you guys the contributions I make to that, the different holdings that I have, and what my whole entire strategy is, just for long-term wise, because this is something that I want to have long-term. I don't want to pull anything out within the next like 10-15 years. Like, I want this to be something that I can live off, additionally to trading. So you guys will see that in a few days or whatever. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little fucking breakdown of like 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. But keep things simple, guys. When it comes to trading, simplicity is the best thing that you guys could possibly do. And yeah, I'm gonna release more content down the road, and you guys will fucking love it. I promise you guys will love this content. I really love trading. This is what I've been wanting to do for the past 5 years, but I've been like on and off with it, and I just started picking it up last year, and you guys could see that 1 year of whole dedication, I'm able to accomplish kind of this stuff. Like, this system right here, I built solely from the ground up, and I'm very confident in what I'm doing here, right? Like, I'm never contemplating anything. I'm never second guessing my entries, my stop losses. Like, this is just buy, stop loss, watch for it to go, watch for it to fail, watch for it to go break even. Like, I have no stress under this. I have no emotions at all. Like, if I lose, I lose, whatever, right? I believe in my system that much. So if you guys want to follow and you guys want to see my system throughout the time, like, go ahead. Subscribe down below, comment what you guys think, and if you guys are interested in joining my Discord community, like I said many times, I will create it. I just gotta finish and do the last couple touches to it, make it look nice and all that, and I will be posting it down in the description when I do have it all set up. But thank you guys for watching. I love you. Let's be fucking autonomous, man. Like, let's stop asking our boss for fucking vacation days and shit, man. Like, work hard, guys. Do your thing, man. Let's fucking do this, man. Let's fucking go to Italy, man. Let's go to Greece. Let's travel, man. Like, let's trade on the beach of Hawaii, man. Like, let's go, dude.